out there? Welcome back to another review, and this week I am the second review this week. Welcome back to the Fat Tunes Fact YouTube channel. The second review this week is of Bullet Train, released this year in 2022, starring Brad Pitt, Bad Bunny? Yeah, that's the name of that guy. Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Sandra Bullock, David Leitch, Brian Tyree Henry, Hiroyuki Sanada, and other people, and it was directed by David Leitch. So the plot of this movie is that Brad Pitt plays an assassin who, for his job that's coming back, is just to deliver this briefcase, but then fate and other plot devices lead to all these other people on this train trying to get the briefcase, and how confusing lethal attachments to a bunch of deadly assassins and shit like that, and he's just trying to get off and survive. So this movie is very stylized. It is trying to go for a gory action movie. To be the most part, it reminds me of Kill Bill a lot, because you have like stylized credits that explain like each person's backstory with some very good direction and editing with this movie. I will say that the direction and editing for the cinematography standpoint is very well done, especially since you're on a train. The colors are very nice. There's a lot of bright colors, and the action scenes are relatively followable and entertaining. You know, there's sword fighting because it takes place in Japan. And then you also have some gunfights and some just like, you know, Brad Pitt being badass action. I do like most of the actors do a good job in this movie selling their characters. And obviously you have very charismatic actors in these roles. Brad Pitt, even though he's older, is playing this like a Chris Pratt would, and I really do enjoy that. Sandra Bullock, very good comedic actor, as I've proven in The Lost City. And most of these actors do a decent job in this, but there's a problem that I have with this movie. The action is good, and this like confusing story of what's going on, it reminded me of something akin to Tarantino, like Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill, where you are questioning what happened, what's going on, and then it's slowly revealed throughout the film and how everybody gets here. That part, I feel like, keeps you engaged. One problem in this movie is the comedy and the dialogue. You have a lot of talky scenes with these jokes that I don't think land, and even some of like the darker, fucked up jokes, which I would normally find funny, I just don't find funny in this movie. It's strange. I don't find that type of shit funny. It's so weird how, when you give me the basic layout of the jokes that are being shown, I would be like, yeah, that's a funny and dark scene, something akin to like Deadpool or Kill Bill. But I think the reason why those stylistic movies work, and how the reason why those stylistic movies work, especially Tarantino-wise, this is a very akin to a Tarantino Kill Bill gory action movie, is his writing. His writing really does keep you intrigued and entertained. The writing in this, while not worse, with the writing for the story is good. The writing for the dialogue is my main problem. It really, for this movie to work, you really need the comedy to land and the dialogue to be entertaining and engaging. But for the most part, the comedy was just not landing for me. And in a movie like this, what you're trying to go for is a Kill Bill style movie where you have a lot of talky scenes. You need the dialogue and comedy to work. Like, there's one character that's fucking obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine, and it's like, I don't find it funny. Like Brad Pitt is very akin to his character in The Lost City, like trying to be like calm and stuff like that, and his performance is good. I just don't think the writing is very good, or the timing of these jokes just feel off. I don't know what it is with the direction on this, but I feel like it just feels off with how certain scenes play out. And as I said, the action is good and the story is good, but I do feel like the comedy and the dialogue really does drag it down a lot. The movie's The movie's 2 hours long. You need to be more entertained in this movie. The musical like arrangements in the action scenes are very well done, and as I said, the plot is interesting. How you want to know how all these characters link together, and it is woven in a very good way. I really do like how it reveals why certain characters are here and what's their relations to the main plot. And the actors are selling it. Like Hiroyuki Sanada is playing like a old samurai elder, and he's good, and so is his son. I think Andrew Koji, who plays him, I really enjoy him in this. But the other characters I have problems with because Tangerine and Lemon, Brian Terry Henry, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, they have good chemistry as brothers, but they're just not that funny. Same thing with Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock. They have good chemistry. It's just the timing of these jokes feel off, and I feel like the writing behind them isn't good. It is such a strange thing for me to explain why the comedy doesn't work in this. Or the dialogue doesn't work, because it's just filled with jokes that don't really land to me. I think it's a combination of the director and the writing for the dialogue just not jiving that well. This guy is the guy who directed Deadpool 2, which I think it's a comedic masterpiece for the most part. And I don't know what it is, if it's the writing behind the jokes or the timing. I just feel like the jokes do not jive and land all that well. And I would say this sounds like a good film, and you know, parts of it are good, but the dialogue really just drags it down. It is not that intriguing. If you want to go for a Tarantino-style Kill Bill movie like this movie is clearly trying to do, you need it to be more engaging. I don't know. It's a hard... It's a hard sell whether I recommend this one, because while some parts of it can be entertaining, I do feel like the comedy just does not land for me. Which is strange, because Deadpool's comedy I love, and this is very similar to Deadpool. It is just so strange how that does not work. But if you want to see this, the intriguing parts with the plot and the action will keep you entertained throughout its 2-hour runtime, but you will feel some lows with the comedy, in my opinion. Like, I thought that when I saw it was R-rated, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect, a gory, funny action movie. But it really just did not land for me. The comedy did not. If you want to give it a try and you like Deadpool, I would say maybe, because comedy is subjective, and the dialogue, while I don't think it's the best, maybe some people will enjoy it. In my opinion, the dialogue really does not work all that well in this film. So, see it if you like Deadpool and you want to try giving this type of comedy a shot. If not, maybe avoid it. You could kill 2 hours in worse ways. It's entertaining enough through its story and that, but the dialogue and the comedy not landing kinda brings it down. So, it's up to you, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe down below if you did enjoy. Please let me know your thoughts on the movie. I always like to see those. And yeah, wait, what? Yeah? Oh, I have to get a briefcase? Should be an easy mission. Okay, I'll go get that done. Let's go! I got the briefcase. Okay, I got the briefcase. I'm gonna open it. I had to work really hard. I had to fight through Yakuza. I had to do all this other shit. I had to sacrifice blood. I had to do so much for poker chips. I sacrificed my life for 3 days on a train, getting stabbed, getting poisoned, getting all sorts of fucked up for poker chips. Why?